So, I mean, this is no different. Why would it be different? Because
This is the wrong. I have the wrong plug. Could you hear me okay without it?
I sure can, Elaine. Yep. See, and true to form. There we go. Starting the show doing awkward shit. But you know what? It wouldn't be the workshop on a Sunday evening if we weren't starting true to form. You guys, welcome everybody. I'm your host, Tara Christian Wiedner, and this is the Comedy Workshop, episode number 418. Oh my gosh, we've done a lot of these, and we're going to keep doing them because we like it, and it's fun, and we like the laughs and the jokes that come out of it. You are about to witness a panel of us three comedians. Today, I am joined by Tim Miller of Missoula, Montana, and we've got Helene Witt. Helene, forgive me. Are you in California?
Oh, don't apologize. I'm in New York. I'm 14 miles from New York City.
There we go. I knew that you were either West Coast or East Coast, and I had a 50-50 chance of getting the right one. And as per the usual, I failed. This is why I don't gamble, but I'll get back to that with my word tonight. If you've never seen the workshop, you are about to see the panel of us three comedians give a comedy speech, routine, skit, whatever. I'm hard with words. Yeah, I'm so hard for words. Oh, God, words. Love them. Anyways, so we have written a set. We're going to deliver it 3 to 5 minutes on a topic that was given to us by the gods above, Scott and Cavan. They might be gods. I don't know. I'm not that great at mythology, and I didn't pay attention in school. I'm a stupid American that had to look up my word for tonight. But anyway, once we deliver our set, we'll be giving feedback on that set, some constructive criticism, and some extra tags for those jokes to make them better, because it takes the village, people, and we are going to get better jokes working together. So once we do that, then round 2, we deliver a piece that we've written on our own time, out of our own thoughts, and see what kind of chaos ensues. And then we do feedback again, and then we peace on out of here. So if you'd like to see all that madness happen, join us for the next hour to hour and a half as we do the Comedy Workshop. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get us started, just, because that's how we roll. And like I said, I'm a stupid American, and I had to look up my word. And I was given VLTs. I have no idea what a VLT is. Okay, stupid American, had to look it up. So Google told me it's a video lottery terminal. Okay, that's a lot of fucking words for slot machine, Canada. This is apparently a term that's only used in Canada, and Google told me that also. Now, without looking it up, the set that I would have delivered would have been what I thought was a sandwich. Yes, a vegan lettuce and tomato made with fresh vegan. When it's nice and tender and the tomatoes are nice and juicy. Oh, yeah, it's like I could just quote Billy Crystal on his mutton, lettuce, and tomato, because that's what I thought of. I'm like, oh, okay. So, you slice the vegan nice and thin, and it's like, so good. But probably low in protein or high in protein, because soy is like way the hell up there. And I hear they're just eating edamame like it's going out of style. But anyway, I digress. It's not a sandwich, okay? Don't go eating vegans. We don't support cannibalism on this show, all right? Maybe we do. I don't know. I don't kink shame. But anyway, so it's a video lottery terminal. See, I can't even remember. Just call it a slot machine, Manitoba. Jeez. I also didn't start the timer, so this could be 3 minutes. It could be 5. Who knows? It might go off the rail and be 15. Either way, no one's laughing. But anyway, it's like the only type of gambling that I do. I don't do cards. I'm not one of those cool people that's like, hit me. Yeah, 21. I don't do that. I'm not cool enough. I don't play poker because I don't know how to play poker. I watch the Poker World Series, and I still don't know what's going on. People could be winning, but it sure as shit ain't me. And it's never going to happen anytime I gamble. So the only time, okay, thanks, Priscilla. You're not laughing good because I didn't hear you. So at least we know my ears are working appropriately. So yeah, the only type of gambling I do is slot machines and Keno. And basically, like the stupid American that I am, I just gamble till I win, which means I lose a lot more money than I make. And Yeah, because I didn't know what VLTs were. I think I probably got a lot further on thinking it was a sandwich than actually looking it up because it's so lackluster to be like, oh, it's a video lottery terminal. Like that just pisses me off. It sounds like I should be winning money at the airport, which I'm not. So that is my set on VLTs. It was just as horrible as what I thought it was.
That was good.
Thank you for
Good.
the applause, Helene. I welcome any and all feedback to make whatever the hell that was better. Let's go.
I have no feedback. I thought it was funny. I don't like laugh out loud necessarily, but I was smiling the whole time. I have no feedback. I thought it was funny how you used the BLT part and how juicy it was to have a vegan in there. And I'm thinking, what's a vegan? Is it, and then you don't support cannibalism. I loved it. I have no feedback.
Yeah, I should have stuck with thinking it was a sandwich. Tim, how you doing?
I feel like I like the hit me, the physical comedy did with the hit me when you said yeah. I don't know how well that would translate to a stage though. I feel like that'd be hard to do.
I slapped the stool.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
However, this will probably never see a stage because I mean you watched me write it 15 minutes before we started. That's how much effort I put into it, like the true professional that I am.
Yeah. I do feel like the vegan legislation, I feel like that has potential. I'd say I would just drop the whole video lottery thing.
Yeah, because calling it that is stupid. It's a slot machine. It's like we've got. I don't have enough time to say all those words. Slot machine, and then if you're too drunk in the casino, it's just this thing, and they don't even do that anymore. Now it's buttons. They don't even have the pulley arm. I don't even know. Yes, Jim, professional. I get paid to do this, believe it or not. Not this specifically, but yeah, people give me money to get on stage and tell jokes, which is why these ones I wrote tonight are not that funny because I take a lot more time and effort in the actual ones. But anyway, that's the first part. I've given my set. I've gotten some feedback, and now let's move it along to our next comic. Tim, whenever you're ready, let me know what word you got tonight, and let me know when to start the timer.
I got a shield. And I'm ready whenever you are.
Cool. Let's go.
So I just wonder, I was thinking, I wondered, during medieval times, if they had a problem with, anti-shield people, like we have a problem with, anti-mask people. There's some guy, out in the middle of the field, without a shield or armor, being like, God will protect me, or, I don't need a shield or armor because less people are killed by arrows and swords in the Black Plague, and we're not worried about the Black Plague, so I don't need them. And I feel like at some point maybe the king would have to make a shield mandate, make sure everybody's out in the field wears a shield. I feel like the same people that are the anti-shield people have brands on the back of their horse that say things like "Don't tread on me unless God, aka the church, said you could." And they're probably the village idiots. I don't know. But I was walking the other day and I saw there's a kind of a Sprinter van, and it had the stupid white lettering, and it said it's been 400 days, take off the mask. And I wanted to break into this guy's car so bad and just with my own mask on, shove a gun in his back, be like, it's been 4 seconds, take out your wallet, rob him. And then take my mask, super glue it to his face, and then make him drive off a cliff, which I think is just a metaphor for his intelligence. So I just don't get it. I don't know. That's all I have, actually. So thank you.
I love it. That was Tim Miller with Shields. I don't really have any feedback. We had some comments coming through here. The comparison of what's going on today, I absolutely loved that. Anti-shields versus anti-maskers, and then you round it over to a mugging, and you're just like, why are you living in fear, man? Give me your wallet.
Yeah.
I loved it. That was an excellent way to bring shields, which obviously feel very medieval, into the present day. I loved the correlation. Great thoughts. I don't really have any feedback or add-ons, just compliments. So, let's move it on over to Helene. Helene, what do you got?
I also, and just like Jim and yourself, I don't know if that's good English, Jim and you, I thought it was a clever idea. And then, you pasted the mask on the guy and threw him off a cliff, and very visual. I pictured, I said, he didn't just put it in his face, he pasted it on, glued it on. I like that. And I just thought it was clever, and it was fast paced. Both of you were fast paced, and you had it kind of tight. You studied it, and you stayed to just that idea about masks, shields. You didn't say there are other definitions of shields, and you didn't go off into an encyclopedia of shields. You just did that, the mask thing. So that was clever.
Thank you.
Very, excuse me, very awesome and very phlegmy. Allergy season's in full effect. Awesome. Once again for Tim Miller. Awesome job on shields. Helene, you are up. What was your word?
Thank you. My word was grades, grades, and that's appropriate because I was a school teacher in New York City, in the toughest school in New York City, but I myself didn't get such good grades in school. And what I would like to tell you is the top 10 ways to get good grades in school, because I did get into college because I think my mother was distantly related to the chancellor. Maybe I'm a Karen with dark hair. I don't know. But, also my father had to pay to get all his, me into college. So I used to love the Beatles. All I cared about in high school was, ninth grade, that's how old I am, with the Beatles. So what happened was we were taking a test, and the question was, what is the capital of England, the UK? Well, England. And I said Abbey Road, where the Beatles used to go perform, and I failed that test. But I wanted to tell you the top 10 now, if I may. So number 10 in the ways to get good grades. Number 10, have your older sister sleep with Mr. Winstanley, the math teacher. I said my older sister. I didn't want to make it disgusting. Older sister. Number 9, have your father be the superintendent of your school district. Number 8, which adds on to number 9, make sure your teacher didn't have his tenure yet. And if he passes you, it looks good to the superintendent. I'm spelling that one out as if you didn't get it. What am I up to? Number 7. Oh, this guy in your class who has the very bad eyesight, he has his test blown up, bigger size. Make sure you take your test next to him. The top 10 ways to get good grades. Number 6, make sure when you go down to get your pencil and your tissue that fell on the floor, you come up really slowly. Get it? You're cheating off of the other guy. I'm glad I told you that one. Yeah, you're like bending down and you're cheating off of someone else. Number 4. I forgot the rest. Am I up to 3 minutes?
You are at 3 minutes exactly.
Because I forgot the rest. I really did.
That works for me. You know what?
I did have 10, and now I passed my 3 minutes.
We'll just make it top 5 now.
Exactly. Now it's just a top 5 or a top 7. Either way, you were killing it with that Letterman vibe, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Give it up for Helene Witt.
Thank you.
With grades. Kicking it old school style with the top 10 list. Helene, I love it. We never see those anymore. And obviously Letterman made those a thing. And I love what you did with it. That was fantastic. Throwing a lot of people under the bus. I did like the power move with number 9, though. You're like, make sure your dad's a superintendent. Oh, and that teacher's tenure? No. I loved the power move of it, the nepotism, throwing your sister to the wolves. Mwah. Beautiful. Not a whole lot of feedback, just compliments. Let's throw it on over to Tim. What do you got, Tim?
I mean, I feel the same way, Tara. I really liked it. It's been like 10 years since I've heard a top 10 list because David Letterman's been gone for about that long, I feel like. So it's good. And I feel like it's good. You made it personal, too, which I feel like was really good. You made the whole list. Like, is that true about, did your sister actually sleep with a teacher?
No, I don't have a sister. No.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't believe it. I'm very old-fashioned with that. But there was a teacher in my school who had a crush on a student, and in those days, things were different. You just could tell she had a crush, and that was it.
Yeah. I feel like when you mentioned bending down, too, I feel like that, like, you mentioned, like, cheating on somebody, but bending down, for me, that just seemed like you're trying to seduce the teacher. I don't know. That's just where
That's kind of what I got,
Could have
too.
been that, but yeah. I looked at Tara's face, and then I said, I don't know if she knew I meant cheating. You throw your pencil on the floor and your tissue, and you pick it up, and you're cheating.
Yeah. Well, you do that. You do that when the teacher is grading you and distract them while they're grading, and then
like they taught us in Legally Blonde. It was the bend and snap.
Oh, wow.
I know. I dig into the pop culture icons sometimes. It's crazy.
When I know it, I do too. When I know it.
Yes. Well, that was awesome. It gets an A in my book, Helene.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
A plus.
A plus. Oh, you just got to one up me, don't you,
Tim? Sorry, yeah.
All right. So that concludes round one. We're actually zooming through this thing, with a party of 3 and no nonsense in between. All right. So round 2, we're going to present 3 to 5 minutes of prepared material from a set that we perform either on stage, in Zoom shows, or just to our families against their will. Either way, it's something that we've prepared outside of the assigned word topic. And now we're going to give it to you. And we're going to get some feedback on those jokes too. So with the one that I'm going to do, this is actually something I brought to last week's workshop to get some feedback on because the joke wasn't quite hitting. I got some feedback. I used it at a show last night. It worked. So Let's see how it works tonight. We'll get some more feedback and see if we can't polish this turd and make it shine. All right. So it's on true crime, man. Tim and I were talking about this before the show. I love true crime. This is my jam. It's what gets me off. It's what gets me hot. And it's what gets me motivated. So it's also very educational. All of my former husbands are scared to death of me, or they were. Anyway, so my favorite show right now is called Evil Lives Here. It's basically the people that lived with serial killers before they knew they were serial killers. Like just one day they come home and they're like, holy shit, what happened? Oh my God. And the big reveal and the interviews that they do with these people, I've noticed every single episode is going to have one of 3 different kinds of people. You're either going to have the completely gullible person who was married to said killer or spouse or longtime partner, whatever. They were hooking up. No, Jim, I know my mother, but if we're related, then we've got the same Joan Mommy Dearest. Anyway, back to my joke. So, gullible person finds out they're married to the person and it's just like, oh my God, I had no idea. They were perfect. Oh my God, so loving, so kind. How could they do this? I never saw it coming. And it's like, okay, I get it. Love is blind. You can block a lot of shit out. Some of us have just bypassed the really creepy things. Person number 2 knew it the whole time. And they're just like, yeah, I told you. I warned you like 3 times. I mean, how much more did you need? How many gerbils did you go through in a year? That's a lot of trips to Petco, Diane. I mean, come on. Really? You didn't see it? Just, put them away. Lock them up for life. Give them the death sentence. I don't care. If you don't kill them, I will. And then there's person number 3 who's just completely oblivious that anything happened at all. He sits down for the interview and he's like, yeah, so what do you mean Steve killed a guy? No. The last time I saw him, he and my wife were going to the dump, and she left me that day. And I mean, no, Steve helped me build this doghouse. Hey, where's my dog? And that's how they find out. And I keep watching this show, and I'm expecting to see the fourth kind of person, which is usually my family members or Jim's mom. But until they find the body in the crawl space, it's still holding on to that claim to fame. And on the same topic of true crime, those are some psychological teachers, man. Like, you could skip years of college and probably just go right into practice if you listen to enough of these, because you're going to find out why they did all these fucked up things. It's like, who did what to who for how many cookies and why. Spoiler alert, it's Jim's mom. Yeah. But, I end up relating way too hard, way too often. And by the end of these things, I feel so bad about myself that I got to go watch an episode of Hoarders just to kind of clean house a little bit. Either that or I just turn on Mommy Dearest, get back in touch with my roots, and realize that sometimes these things are normal. But, whatever. Whenever I show up on Evil Lives Here, I will most likely be person number 3, because now it's not a matter of when someone in my family kills someone. It's just a matter of who. So let's find out who it is. Hopefully not me. And that's about 4 minutes. I actually riffed half of that. So.
Very good.
Thank you. All right. Open to any and all feedback. Yes, Helene.
I have only positive. You did acting, you did act outs, you did creativity, you did callbacks. It was really like, I said to myself, she must be a headliner.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Helene.
It was different. It wasn't like set up punch. But it wasn't like too wordy. It was great. You had storytelling, you had intrigue. Yeah, death.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Tim, what you got?
I mean, I agree with Helene. I was so embraced by it, I didn't really write anything down. I feel like I wrote down the phrase "love is death." Like, I don't know.
And beauty is pain.
Yeah.
And this is why my husband's so pretty.
Well, I mean, like, deaf as in love can't hear. I don't know.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So, like, as opposed to love is blind.
Yeah.
Well, maybe with podcasts, because we're not watching those.
That's true. Yeah, if you're.
Love is deaf. That DEF, and then we could take it in a whole different thing.
That's true. Yeah. Well, you could play on all 3 of the kind of definitions.
I think there's room to play with that. I'm going to write that down and see what happens. Love is deaf. Innately going to kill me. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, the deaf part works definitely with the subject of serial killers, too.
That's true. Yeah, I like where we could take this. I'm going to play with that a little bit and bring it to another workshop in the future, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I love it. All right, well, if we've got no more feedback on my set, then we're going to move it on over to Tim and see what you got for us. 3 to 5 minutes on whatever you've been working on.
Okay. Whenever, yeah. So my brother a while ago, he got a shamrock, like a 4-leaf clover tattoo, because he thought we were Irish. And then he just did a DNA test recently. Turns out we're not Irish at all. The good news is we're like mostly German, and I feel like it's easy to turn a shamrock tattoo into a swastika tattoo. So I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of theories about the JFK assassination. Like, one that I have, I think aliens killed him. I think JFK just got like knocked up and like their alien queen or something. Like, he had sex with their alien queen, and they just killed him to keep that quiet. Their alien queen that Then they had to kill Bobby Kennedy later because they thought he might also be the father of the illegitimate alien baby. And then they had to kill John Jr. later when they found out that he had fucked his alien half sister. I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing out. I feel like if we add Bigfoot to these conspiracy theories, we can really end the conspiracy wars. I feel like if we just like combine, make them all allies, and they can all kind of take on QAnon together. But I think QAnon is the stupidest conspiracy theory out there. I think the stupidest part for me is the fact that they think Donald Trump is going to take down all the pedophiles, when it's just obvious to me that at some point Donald Trump has probably fucked a kid. He probably like fucked Macaulay Culkin. Him and Michael Jackson tag team Macaulay Culkin on the set of Home Alone 2. I feel like something happened. I don't know. Yeah. Speaking of rich assholes, I was kind of hoping Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk would just like launch their rockets at the same time and they would just collide. You know, it'd be kind of like the Challenger explosion, except less tragic. I mean, I feel like a lot of our historic tragedies would be better if they were just like rich people getting their comeuppance, you know? Like if, like, instead of the World Trade Center, the terrorists had flown their planes into Trump Tower on 9/11, you know? Or like instead of Pearl Harbor, the Japanese had bombed like a yacht club, which would probably also be called Pearl Harbor or like Ruby or some stupid, like Ruby Bay or some stupid shit. I don't know. And I mean, instead of the Jews being marched into like ovens, it should have been like everybody that profited off of COVID and all the like senators that took like 9 months to do anything about it. And I mean, with today's technology, it'd be faster. We'd have microwave ovens, so they would cook faster too. I feel like.
Oh God.
I don't know. And on that dark note, I think that's all I had. Oh, Titanic. Titanic would just be the same. They just movie about it. They just not make a movie. That's all I have. Thanks, guys.
Loved it, Tim. I don't have a whole lot of feedback. I have a couple of tags to throw at you. The clover to a swastika, that's hilarious. I loved it. I feel like the words not a lucky charm could be thrown in there somewhere. That's all I could think is that is not a lucky charm. And then you're like, yeah, it could easily turn into a swastika. I'm like, definitely not a lucky charm.
Well, then it could be a Nazi charm. I don't know.
Nazi lucky charm.
Yeah, Nazi. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's got some. I loved the phrase illegitimate alien babies. I think I might put that on a bumper sticker. No pretense. No afterthought. Just illegitimate alien babies. And people are going to wonder if I'm for or against them. But I love that phrase. I just had to point that out. Elon Musk and Bezos colliding mid-flight with the phallicness of the ships, it would be like an intergalactic sword fight. You know, like when guys touch penises. I assume this is what I've never engaged in this activity, but Urban Dictionary taught me that when guys do this, it's called a sword fight.
Well,
Tim,
yeah, this one, yeah.
Can you back this up? Is this a thing?
Yeah. I think there's also, like, I think there's docking too.
Yeah, that has something to do with foreskin. And unfortunately, I've never seen one of those in the wild on an adult male. So I definitely don't have experience with that. Not judging whether you have it or not. So don't send me any hate mail and don't heckle me in the comments. I also loved where you went with the microwave ovens. Like as soon as you were like, oh, and if we didn't put the Jews in the ovens, I was like I started pulling back. And then you're like, throw the senators and the drug people in there. And I'm like, yeah. So that was wonderful. But if you put them in a microwave, they'd glow, and then that's how they achieve their like super villain powers.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Feel like this could be a prequel to how Bezos got his penis rocket like Dr. Evil. And I don't know. I'm not going anywhere with this. I'm clearly having a day off. But that was a great set. That is the feedback I have. I hope any of it was helpful. Helene, what do you got?
Well, given I'm a New Yorker and a Jew, the World Trade Center and Jews going in the toaster oven are a little bit on the edge for me personally. Oh my God. I mean, it's clever, it's creative, and I guess in Missoula, go for it, you know what I mean? But
yeah, I don't feel like we have a big Jewish population, so.
Yeah, my nephew lives there. You might know him. He works in the radio station on a jazz show. I bet he's your friend because he's fun like you. But anyway, back to his name's Ben Weiss.
Oh yeah, they hang out all the time.
Yeah.
He was just telling me about him. They're best friends.
What? Are you kidding me? That was good, Tara. You got me good. Oh my God. Not only am I a Jew from New York, but I'm naive too. Oh my God. I thought I saw Tim at the wedding. That was good, Tara. You're a kibitzer there. So that's my feedback. It was very creative. And I'm wondering, these two are taking a lot of psychedelics tonight, these two people.
Not tonight. Maybe that's what's wrong.
When you said the end thing that you said, Tara, to add to his, that was like, whoa, that's way out there.
Oh, the supervillain powers? Yeah, that comes from years of reading comic books and being an extreme nerd in my 40s.
Well,
like,
that's great that you have that
my
background.
That's my own villain power.
That's what you enjoy, you know?
Heck yeah, man. I love being nerdy. It keeps all the weirdos away. All right. Speaking of weirdos, I'm totally kidding, Helene. I love you.
Hey, Mike.
All right. Busting out with the true professionalism. Helene, you got 3 to 5 minutes to deliver some jokes that you've written on your own time. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Okay, well. I am the Joke Zoom newscaster, and I have news about the Joke Zoom comedy shows and mics that I've been in the last year and a half. But first, a joke. Jeff Bezos's ex-wife was whispering to Bill Gates's almost, are they divorced yet? Okay, I said this joke wrong. I'll start over. But first, a joke. Bill Gates's wife, who is divorced from him now, was overheard whispering to Jeff Bezos's former wife, "It's micro and it's soft." I'll save the other joke. Now the news. You know, I go on these mics and I go to Kuala Lumpur at, what time is it? 7 a.m. Eastern time. And they have a class where you go into breakout rooms and the teacher helps you with your jokes. So my friend Carolyn sings parodies, and I went at 7 a.m. and there was a guy there from Australia, and he said, "I've just been let out of the insane asylum here in Australia. I'm a kleptomaniac. I'm paranoid, schizophrenic. I'm bipolar. Make that funny." So what happens? The two teachers, one's from Kuala Lumpur and one's from Japan, work on his, you get 6 minutes each. They gave him my 6 minutes and my friend Carolyn, the singer, comedian. He got 6, 12, 18 minutes. They made him so funny. He got a Netflix special, and then he's going to be on America's Got Talent. That's not fair. I'm healthy and normal, and I got no time that day. Anyway, back to the jokes. So I was driving on the highway in New York, and I saw a bumper sticker. It said, "My boss is a Jewish carpenter." And I said, "Hey, That guy works for my father. Back to the news. I go to California on Friday nights to a mic, and there's a lady there. Now it's 3 hours later for me, so it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, my time. And this lady, every week she talks about, I'm going to commit suicide. I'm so depressed. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's not funny. Why do you come on this mic? Do I go to the insane asylum that we have here in Queens, New York, and go into the audience of the people watching TV at night after dinner and going, where are my schizophrenics? How many people are you tonight? You come here often? Which person is answering right now? Back to the news. So this lady says, tonight it's really bad. I'm at the edge of the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm ready to jump. I said, don't jump. Don't jump with your laptop. Leave the laptop on the curve of the bridge. And Betty White's husband, Alan Ludden, used to say back in the 60s on the Password show, the password is... That's how Alan Ludden used to say on the show, password. The password. So anyway, back to the jokes. You know, you young gals like Tara, you married, you probably do the Brazilian and all. You know when the last time I saw a Brazilian? When I bought a salted peanut jar from CVS and they had a Brazilian nut in there by mistake in the salted peanuts. Hi, Mina.
Hello.
Oh, my time is just about up. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Helene with the Joke Zoom Reporter.
Helene, I loved the approach that you took with the newscaster angle. I loved it. I kept expecting you to be like, film at 11. But I loved it. The mental asylum thing really got me going when you're like, where are my schizophrenics at? Who's you tonight? I loved it. That was great. The little interludes of now back to the news. All right, now back to the jokes. Loved it. Very well thought out. But the Australian guy that got 18 minutes in a Zoom that is on America's Got Talent, is that true?
That part isn't true, but it's true that he said, make me funny. He said all these mental illness you have. He said, make that funny. That part was true. It's true that I go to Kuala Lumpur at 7 a.m. and the lady from Japan joins him.
Yeah. I was going to say, I had not heard of a Zoom comedian advancing this far. So that part was shocking. I was like, drop a name!
Well, my friend Taffy Jaffe was on last week and she passed with all 4 judges and they didn't show her whole thing. They showed her tell Howie Mandel, what's the oldest woman you ever went out with? And he answered and she said, I'll beat your personal best. And that's all they showed.
Well,
but she's not an open micer only. She won a women's contest, but still, she's an amateur.
That's still amazing that she got passed by all 4.
They didn't put her in. Like, you know what I mean? They make believe they put everyone in, but they never really put her in, even though she legitimately passed all 4.
Those bastards. Oh,
but anyway, back to this.
Yeah, back to the jokes. Tim, what kind of feedback do you got for Helene?
I liked it. I feel like a lot of your jokes were kind of like made me think a little bit. Like I didn't quite get the Microsoft joke at first, and I think I like my boss with a Jewish card. That's a Jesus joke, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that one takes a second for people to get, but I feel like once they get it, it's a good laugh.
Yeah.
I really saw a bumper sticker that said, my boss is a Jewish carpenter.
I just loved your reaction. Oh, you work for my dad.
Yeah. I feel like that really sells it right there, the dad line, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually forgot to write that down. I loved that one. All right. Mina, welcome.
Hi, I am so sorry, you guys. I have kids and I'm a parent and I forget my head. So I apologize.
I know. That's cool. Kids suck. We should get rid of all of them.
I think so too. I said the same thing.
Oh, mine didn't hear me.
I told my kids the other day I'm going to send them to China because they believe in child labor. And my mom said I was mad. That I was being mean.
Oh, no, you're allowed to be mean. They're mean to you. All right. So we have already done our sets on our assigned words and our free written stuff.
Oh, man. So
if you want to do 2 back to back and just get some feedback from us, I welcome that.
Okay. Well, so my word was dirty laundry.
Nice.
Which is one of those things that I think nobody likes to do. And I was really trying so hard to think about what I could say about dirty laundry, but the only thing I could think of dirty laundry is thug life. Like when you have laundry, that's like living a thug life because you have no clothes. So then you gotta figure out like what to wear because you don't want to do laundry. And I'm gonna put my personal business out there. I know when I need to do laundry when I wear thongs. When I had to get down to my first pair of thongs, it's time for me to do laundry. And I don't know, but I'm one of them girls that I don't think strings of a butt is very comfortable. Like that's not comfortable to me at all. So, and I have kids, as I mentioned before, and they don't know how to stay clean. They just think like being dirty is like the fun thing to do. And now that I realize that being an adult, kids don't care anything about you at all. Especially when it comes to doing laundry. They don't care. They don't care you had to do laundry all day long. They don't care about that. And I don't know. You can say dirty laundry as in business or you can say dirty laundry as in clothes. But I'm talking about clothes today because that's my life. My life all around is dirty laundry every day. Every day there's something dirty going on in my house. And I drink because of this. So that's the only thing I can say about dirty laundry, you guys. Like, that's the only thing that I can get out of that. When he told me dirty laundry, that's the first thing I thought about was kids. Like, and then I had to feed them today and be late. So you already know where my life is going. So that's my whole input on dirty laundry, you guys.
I loved it. I don't have any feedback, just compliment. The underwear laundry countdown, I related way too hard to that because I'm like, yes, it's like you find yourself looking at the drawer going, okay, do I wear the ones that come up to just below my boobs? Right. Or do I wear the ones where it's like everything is hanging out and I'm going to look like a rubber band around a water balloon? Right. And so like that is heavily relatable. I think that's probably what stuck with me the most out of the whole set. That and kids. It's like I've got an 18-year-old and a husband, and even then it's like we're 3 adults. The laundry never fucking stops. So,
oh man.
Yeah.
Never ending story.
Yeah, except for I make them do their own. So it's like eventually it gets better. Just the light at the end of the tunnel has people eating Tide Pods and doing their own laundry.
Moving out of your house, right? That's sounds like, yeah, see?
Eventually, maybe. I don't know. Probably when he's 25 and I don't know. I got nothing for that. That's not a joke. That's real life. We're not kicking kids out of this house. We love all of them, especially the older one in there. All right. Yeah, moving the feedback along to you. What do you got?
I mean, I feel like dirty laundry. Even as like a single guy that does my own laundry, I struggle with laundry like every day. I'm like, do I want to put this away? I'll just leave it. I'll just eventually I'll get back to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like dirty laundry is a very relatable subject, and I feel like you made it relatable. Not just I feel like for like moms, but I feel like you made it relatable for almost everybody. Everybody struggles with laundry.
You know, it's funny. I forgot to mention like, you know how you do your laundry, but it takes you 3 to 5 business days to fold them up and put them away.
Yeah.
I just remembered to suggest that. I didn't write it down, and ADD made me forget it immediately. So, but yeah, I've got a load sitting in the bedroom that's been there since last Sunday, and I'm just like, fuck you, man. I'll get to it.
Right.
When you're empty, because I've worn everything out of you this week.
I'll just take clothes straight out of the hamper and just put them back on. I'm like, they're clean.
Oh yeah, my OCD won't let me do that. I'm like, no, burn it or wash it. There's no in between. Helene.
Mina, I thought it was good, like a story, like you could really get into your world. You know what I mean? It wasn't like set up punch. It was a story, like a world you live with the struggle being a mom, trying to get to the comedy on time, having the dirty laundry and the kids, just the whole, you brought us into your world.
Thanks.
So you had a smile on your face as well as a struggle.
Yeah, right. You have to keep smiling.
So he doesn't cry.
So people could relate to that. People could
Why you can't
relate.
do comedy?
Right? This is how I let my crazy out. It's just a little release valve.
All right, so for my second set that I've been working on.
Yep.
So lately I'm 33 years old, so I'm getting up there in age, even though people think I'm still young, but when it comes to sex, I feel old. When I was 18 years old, I was able to ride a dick with no problem, excuse my language, but I was no problem. But now I have knee problems, my back hurts, I'm too tired. Now we gotta like set up a schedule when to have sex. Like, okay, tomorrow at 8:00 we're gonna have sex, and by then I probably still be asleep. Like, it's all bad. So sex in my day, my sex life is going downhill because of my body and me, like getting old, and it's starting to get sad. I don't know about you guys, but I also noticed that I'm getting old with the whole, like, you know, when people text you for booty calls and you wake up and you're like, oh shoot, I missed 5 calls. Yeah, now I realize that that's over with in my life as well. I can't even stay up for booty calls anymore. Like, you gotta call me from 5 to 6. Like, after 7, it's a wrap. Can't call me for booty calls no more. Can't do it. My kid, I have a 6-year-old. I have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. My 6-year-old, she got expelled from school from choking somebody. And yeah, I was amazed too. She's in kindergarten. So I don't know how to feel about that. I'm already a horrible mom. I already failed as a parent. We'll go to that level in a different time. But I asked her why she choked somebody. I was like, why did you choke the little girl? She said because the little girl didn't give her a chalk. She said she asked her nicely for a chalk, and she said that if you don't give me a chalk, I'm gonna choke you. So I was like, where'd you get the choking from? Well, I didn't realize that as a parent, you gotta watch what you say to kids, because I tell my kids all the time that if they don't clean their room, I'm gonna choke them. But my child actually did it. So now I'm a little confused on this parenting thing now. I got to go back to counseling and figure out how to do this whole thing all over again. So those are the 2 things that I'm working on as far as my sets, you guys.
Oh my God.
I have feedback.
Go for it, Elaine.
As a school teacher of 2nd grade, my whole career, I think you could say, then the teacher called me in and said, is it true that your daughter, or you could be sitting there with your daughter, the teacher, and you, so make it a real live act out. So then the teacher, and my daughter's sitting there, and my daughter says, but mommy, you say that to me every day. I'm going to choke you. So I just did it. That's all. Oh, yeah, that's what you could say. But you did it. I don't do it. Mommy once did it. TMI, you don't have to say that in front of Mrs. McGillicuddy right now. And then the teacher has to call AC at Child Protective Services on your ass.
Right.
So that's what I would do, like an act out right there. You, the teacher, and the kid. Teacher says, what made you do that? Mommy, what do you mean? You say it to us every day, but I don't do it. And then you could stop in the middle and realize you did do it or something.
Right.
I never actually choked you, or did I? Okay, that's it.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that.
I feel like there's room in there for like, but I heard you tell so-and-so to choke you. Like,
Yeah.
there's a
Whoa.
spot in there to make it like a child overheard something sexual. Like,
Wow.
Right.
you know,
Right.
but I did it because I thought they'd like it. You like it. How do you know? I heard you telling your friend. I feel like there's room for that somewhere. It's just a matter of where to slip it in and word it.
Right.
I love the idea of your booty call curfew. And It's like, you can set like automatic messages on your phone. So like during a certain time, if someone texts you, it's like, sorry, I missed you. I'll get back to you, blah, blah, blah. And it's like a voice record machine
Right.
for your text. And you could be like, I'm sorry you tried to access this booty. We are closed currently. Please contact us between the hours of such and such and such and such. Please allow for certain prep time. And it's like, it could be this whole thing like you reached an insurance agency during like outside of business hours.
Right. That's a good one too.
That's where my head went when you said that. Like I went off into this whole other thing like, oh, this could go places. Like get super profesh and be like, if you would like emergency services, like a plumber.
I do have a sister who
charged weekend and emergency rates.
If it's an emergency, please just look at porn.
right? Pornhub is open 24 hours.
Yeah.
Now, if it's an emergency, there should be a link to an OnlyFans that feeds
Yeah.
directly into your bank account. Be like, in cases of emergent need,
Yeah.
please visit www.checkoutmyass.com.
That's a good one.
We could buy the rights to it. I mean, let's buy one domain.
The domain is probably up there somewhere. I would go .org though. I feel like.
Right.
.gov.
Why
Yeah,
not? I'm gonna say .gov. Why not? Let's go all the way.
Yeah, just make it .gov and then put like pictures of Trump and Proud Boys on it.
Right.
Look at my ass.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that whole choking thing, man. I love it. I love where it's going. I love the potential that it has. I really have. I wish I had written more tags and feedback for you, but all I have are compliments because it was funny and I enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you.
Who's got feedback?
I like the choking. I like the no problem riding dick like back in you're 18 or whatever. For me, that brings up like somebody like in the rodeo, like somebody riding a bull and they just like get too old. They need to retire from like riding bulls or something. I don't know. They just can't do it the same way they used to, like.
Like an old man, a old person riding a bull. That's so funny.
Yeah.
What we need is like a RoboCop suit. Crotchless, of course, but that would have like hydraulic knees. So that we're like
go up and down without having to really think about it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how I ended up back on RoboCop. I believe I brought up RoboCop last week. I've never even seen the movie yet.
What?
Here I am. I know, right? This is the part where I admit that I'm not as awesome as everyone believes. I've never seen RoboCop. I'm sorry. I'll watch it this weekend though, because I am intrigued and I want to see it. I just wasn't interested when I was a kid and it came out. Like I was like 6 or 7 when that movie came out, and I was like, meh, I'll just watch Terminator. So
Well, I mean, there's no scenes of RoboCop riding a dick, so it's just not.
no, but I feel like if we introduced that technology to the bedroom, then we could have like
something
suit that would allow you to ride a dick like you were 18 again without feeling the pressure on your knees. Like it does the
on your
work
back.
for you.
Right.
Get Elon Musk on the phone now. I want my back suit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, tonight's show went off the goddamn rails, you guys. I apologize. I made things very awkward and very weird, but I hope people laughed.
I love to see you and the teacher when your daughter or son goes to open school night with you.
Oh goodness. My daughter scares me now.
I meant Tara.
Yes,
I mean,
ma'am.
I know about you going to school with your daughter who choked the kid in kindergarten.
I don't know if I want to go to that school now. I'm like, oh God. Like this mom with the choking kid.
My kids are luckily older, so any embarrassing things they're doing, like they're more embarrassed, like they don't want to be humiliated, so they're minding their P's and Q's as to not go viral for the wrong reasons. Like they're minding themselves just because they're afraid of society. So I think that's a good thing. This is a healthy fear to instill in people because beating your children doesn't work anymore. My mom learned that the hard way. We rise up. We revolt.
Yeah. But Dad, I mean, when you went to open school night, when your child was 17 or 16, do you tell the teacher I'm a comic?
No.
They don't know?
I don't tell anybody I'm a comic unless they're at a show that I'm performing at, because I don't like hearing all of the things that come after. Like,
tell me a
joke. Yeah.
Or here's a joke you should use in your skit.
Thank you. Yeah. That's another one. Or there's
practice on me.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one.
There's so many. Or have you ever seen Miss Maisel?
Like, right, they say that a lot.
No, I haven't, because of people like you. Right. I watch Hacks like a real comedian.
But Gary, your child doesn't tell their friends, who tells the teacher?
No, my son's out of high school. My daughter tells people that her mom's a comedian in Seattle, but she's 12 going on 13 in October. No one cares. They're like, great, does she have a TikTok? So
they're not impressed that the mom that you're a comic.
Well, my son doesn't really care. I mean, he does comedy too. So
wow.
When he says my mom's a comedian, and then people are like, great, who's your mom? He's like, no, fuck you. You hired me for this show.
Wow. What's his name?
Not worth mentioning. We don't promote each other, man.
She doesn't want him stealing her spot.
Right? Next thing you know, it'll be the comedy workshop Sunday nights hosted by Dylan Sheehan. And then I'll be like, fuck.
You don't do mother and son on Mother's Day? You don't do mother and son?
No, he would not do that. Nope. He probably heard me say his name, and he's probably upstairs going, Jesus Christ, what is she doing?
Wow. You help him with comedy, I'm sure.
No, he helps me, actually. He has written some of my jokes. Some things he'll say, and I'll be like, oh, can I have that? And
that's what my kids. My kids write my jokes too.
Give me $80, Ma.
He's actually quite pissed over my scratch and sniff crime scene photos joke, because he came up with that. And he said that I could have it if he didn't use it on stage. And I ended up taking it to a workshop the very next day and said it first. And he's like, so I heard you telling my joke. Uh-huh. Like, I buy you food. Shut up.
Right. But it's okay. Believe it or not, like I said, my kids write my jokes too all the time. And they're only 6 and 8. But they write them all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's
kids,
great. That's why we had them.
Right. Like my kids, every day is different, something different. They say something different, they do something different, and it's just funny. It's hilarious. So I can understand that.
Kids are fun sometimes. Sometimes.
Like, my daughter came to me and she was like, Mom, what's all these lines on your stomach? And I was like,
oh.
I went into a corner and cried. I couldn't hit her. It's called child abuse.
Yeah.
You should have fired back. You should have roasted her. You should have fired back with some jokes about her or something.
Those were the bars from your prison, and I'll put you back there.
Right?
You're my tiger stripes. Rawr. I think that's what the ladies on Instagram say. I don't know.
This is my degree right here. My motherhood degree. I earned these.
Hell yeah.
But I'm so sorry again, you guys, for being late. And I appreciate you guys letting me do my sets.
I appreciate your set. I appreciate everyone's sets. So before we get out of here, because we have concluded another round of the comedy workshop, why don't everybody go around? We're going to start in the order of arrival, basically the order we've been doing it all night. And go around. Tell me where the people can find you, starting with Tim. Tim, what do you got going on, and where can we find you?
I have a comedy special out on Vimeo and YouTube called Anti-Socially Distant. Just look it up. I have a podcast. It's called Endless Show as We Know It, where I talk about the like series finales of different TV shows. I think season 2 of that will be out probably for the next month or two. So, and find me Facebook, Tim I. Miller Comedy.
Very awesome. Go like and follow all of his stuff. Check out his show and his podcast. Helene, what do you have going on? Where can we find you?
There's a documentary about one of my coaches. He's an 87-year-old comic, and it won this little contest. And I'm in it, like it's a documentary. I'm just in it talking. It's called Still Standing, which is a very common name. It's a stupid name because everything's called Still Standing. But you'll see a woman who's 87. She has tattoos and boots. She's on the cover of the poster. And then I'm playing, I play in New York and on Zoom and stuff. And in person.
Awesome. Everyone go stalk her. Send your carrier pigeons and everything you got. Find Helene Witt. Go watch her comedy.
Yes,
and Mina, where are you at? Where can we find you and what do you have going on?
I'm located in Jacksonville, Florida. If you can find me on Facebook at Armina DeWalt. I'm also on Instagram, Mina DA, because I can't spell the comic. And I be all over. I'm from Washington State. I'm from actually Kitsap County.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm supposed to be going up there soon and probably going to Tacoma Comic Club or somewhere up there as well. So I'll keep you guys posted, but just definitely go on my Instagram and Facebook.
Awesome. Mina, while you're up here, definitely look me up. I'm in this Seattle area and we'll hit some mics and stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, I am Tara Christian Wiedner of Loaded Relaxation Comedy. Go like and follow the Facebook page. Check out all the stuff we've got going on. If you find me on Instagram, I'm at Tara Christian Comedy. I just made a TikTok. I haven't put any videos on there, but I am enjoying watching everyone's puppies and learning how to cook things. So content coming soon. That's TCW. I'm not going to spell it out because it's stupid. But if you click my link tree on my Instagram or my Facebook, that's gonna lead you to everything. Ticket links, shows that are coming up, online shows I'm on, the merch store, all kinds of stuff. So click that, check it out, follow me around, and then watch for the Pacific Northwest to go up in flames when me and Mina start hitting some mics together and telling some fire jokes.
Right.
All right, guys. So I had a great time tonight. I hope you all had a great time. I enjoyed laughing with you all. And until next time, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Comedy Workshop.
All right. Bye.
Everybody.